Today we are going to be talking all about 5 ways that you can refresh your organization systems for the new year. And we have Janelle Williams on to teach this class. She owns her own organization company in the Maryland area. And she's going to be diving deep, talking to us about not just the how-tos, but the whys behind why we want to create a space that's an organized retreat for us. So tune into this class.
Hi everyone, my name is Janelle Williams and I'm an author, a speaker, and the owner of Organized by JWC, a professional organizing company based in the DMV area. I'm excited to be here with you guys today. So January is normally dubbed Get Organized Month, but before you run out and purchase a bunch of pretty bins to organize your home or your life, I want to share 5 organizational tips to start the new year off right. So the first tip is to focus on your mindset. You want to start by setting your intentions in terms of getting organized for this year. So when we think of getting organized or organizing, we mainly think about the physical space. However, there is also some mental work that needs to be done. First, you want to shift your mindset and think of organization as more than just creating a pretty space. Think of organization as creating a safe haven or a retreat for your family. And when you think of it this way, it is actually a form of self-care. So when your surroundings are constantly in disarray, it may make you feel sluggish, unmotivated, or even stressed. We don't often think about this, but sometimes because of our chaotic or disorganized environments, it actually is the cause of our stress. And just like, you go to the doctor for your regular checkups, or you eat certain foods, or you exercise to make sure that you're staying healthy, I think it's also important for us to address the health of our home, right, by getting organized, because when we're taking care of our homes, we're actually taking care of ourselves. So the other way that we look at mindset is really to explore the how and the why of how our spaces become disorganized, right? Are there certain behaviors or patterns that we need to address in order for us to be better organized? And write them down. It's important to write them down so that you can see them. And once we understand the why and we understand why we have certain behaviors or why we do certain things, then we're able to create the systems that we need that are going to help us to create more order and efficiency in our homes. So the first step or the first tip is really to address your mindset. The next thing that we want to do is to prioritize. You want to think about the areas in your home or your life that you want to address and then prioritize them in terms of importance. Again, you want to make sure that you're focusing on the areas that are going to create that retreat and escape for your home and also in your life. Then I want you to do a needs assessment, right? And prioritize what you're looking at in terms of what are the needs and what are the wants for your home. So the first thing that we want to really address in terms of prioritizing is, what do we need in order for our homes to run a bit more efficiently and to eliminate some of the stress that we might be having in our homes. So that could look like, my pantry is the cause of a lot of my stress, or I want my kids to participate more in helping to with groceries, or I want to waste less money because I want to know what I have in terms of food. So that is actually a need and not a want. And so if you are thinking about what exactly to tackle in your home, that would actually be one of the things that you prioritize, because it will help you to create more efficiency in your home. And then when we think of things that will beautify our home, like maybe buying a certain furniture or, something to that effect, then that's a want. So that's why it's important for you to do that needs assessment so that you can see the things that on paper or wherever, so that you can see what you need to help you move more efficiently in your home, and the things that are just really to beautify in your home. right? So the other thing you want to do is to make sure that you're establishing specific time frames for when things will get done. This is important when we're talking about prioritizing because, oftentimes if we don't set a specific time frame for us to do something, then it becomes long and drawn out. And we really don't want that because that will make us unmotivated as well to address those needs and those wants that we have. So prioritize in terms of setting a specific time frames, setting a specific deadline in terms of when you plan to accomplish something. The other thing that we want to look at then that's important when we're talking about prioritizing is really establishing consistent routines. Routines are really important for our homes to run efficiently. So, if this is an area that's lacking in your home or even your life, this is a great way to create more structure. So, really, my second tip for you is to prioritize in order of importance. The next is to start small. Often the reason why we become overwhelmed by a process or something that we have to do is really because we take on too much at one time, right? However, with one small task or a small project, and you're setting realistic, achievable goals for yourself, then you can avoid getting overwhelmed. So the hope is that when you see the process of tackling a smaller space or you complete a specific task, and I always suggest no more than trying to complete 3 tasks at a time within a given time frame, then that will give you the motivation that you need to keep going and to tackle other things. Never take on too much at one time because the thing with this organization is that a lot of times it sets us back and it makes us unmotivated to do things. And so, if you try to do too much at one time, it's just going to continue that cycle and that process. However, if you're tackling small projects and small things one at a time, it actually triggers. There's scientific evidence that shows that it triggers something in your brain that says you've been successful at something, and then you want to do more. You want to accomplish more because of the fact that you have seen that you can be successful at something. So it's really important for you to really start small with those smaller projects and those smaller things before you tackle the bigger things, right? The next is to assess before you acquire. Look at what you have before you purchase any additional items to help you get organized. And my biggest tip within assessing before you acquire is to reuse the things in your home if you can. So, this is where decluttering comes in, right? Make sure that you do a thorough assessment of your space and remove any unwanted items in that space. So once you've done this, once you've done that thorough assessment and taking an inventory of your home and also your life, then we can think about purchasing products to contain your items. And oftentimes, what you'll find is you already have things in your home that you are able to reuse because you've done the assessment in your home and remove certain things from your home. And so you have products available that you're able to use without having to go out and purchase anything. So always assess before you acquire. So the last tip is to think outside the box. If you have limited space, think about how you can maximize each area of your home to accomplish multiple functions. So my favorite way to do this is by using multifunctional pieces. For example, if you've run out of space in your kitchen to store the items in your kitchen, you can purchase a storage piece, a beautiful piece for another area of your home. There you can store those kitchen items, and you can also store additional items that you would probably use in that area of your home. In this way, it becomes a multi-use piece because you're not necessarily storing items there that you would use in that room, right? One of my favorite multifunctional pieces is an ottoman. You can use an ottoman pretty much anywhere in your home. You can use it in a bedroom, a child's room, a playroom, really just about any area of your home. And ottomans are so versatile and they're great because they provide additional storage, they provide seating, and it also adds style to any area of your home, right? Remember, You don't always have to follow the norm, or you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Remember to think outside the box. I hope these 5 tips have really encouraged you as you start or you continue your journey of organizing this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Janelle. I know I'm feeling inspired to start tackling some organization projects, get some systems in place. We want to remind you guys that we have a YouTube channel, and so you can refer to past classes over on our YouTube channel. So find us there as well. Don't forget to head over to Janelle's page as well and show her some love for this awesome class. Have a great day, guys.